Hi there. Welcome to another exciting announcement, discussion video that we have to announce a collaboration that we have been working on at IIOM for a number of months and finally are ready to share that with everybody. So I'm here with Dr. Jim Sharps, President of IIOM, and Dr. Vusi Mema, who is the founder of AAOM, the African Academy of Original Medicine. So I just want to very quickly outline exactly why we're here and what the collaboration is. And then you'll hear a little bit more from Dr. Jim and Dr. Vusi going into a little more detail about the collaboration, about the partnership, and obviously the exact program that we're collaborating to deliver. So the program that we're initially collaborating on is the Certified Medical Missionary program. It's a certificate program. It's been one of our most long-standing and popular certificate programs at the school. And we're partnering with Dr. Vusi, who founded AAOM, to deliver that certificate program in South Africa in a very innovative way, in a way that really is able to reinforce and fully equip and qualify students that enroll through the partnership with AAOM to really equip and qualify them to make a positive impact with original medicine. So it's a long-term collaboration. We're starting with a certificate program, but the intention is that this collaboration will grow and develop to incorporate IIOM's other programs up to the degree level. So I'm just going to, I always say that people can introduce themselves better than I can. So it'd be great to hear a little bit more from Dr. Jim and Dr. Vusi. So Dr. Jim, many people will know you from this channel. They'll know your videos and the videos that we do together, but if you could just introduce yourself for the benefit of those that haven't seen any other content we've put out.
Okay, well, I'm Dr. Jim Sharps. I'm the president and CEO of the International Institute of Original Medicine. We provide both certificate and degree programs. It's the only biblically based accredited online program in the world that I know of, but it's also the most integrated and the most comprehensive. So that's what we do. In addition to the school, I also see clients internationally, and that's the sum and substance of what my background is.
Thank you for that, Dr. Jim. And Dr. Vusi Mema, you're a new face to our channel and to the community we have. If you could just introduce yourself and maybe explain a little bit about your connection to the school at IIOM.
All right. Thank you very much, Seth, for affording me this opportunity. As you have already indicated, I am Dr. Vusi Mema. I'm coming from South Africa, specifically Pretoria. That's where I'm currently based. After my interaction with IIOM, it came to my mind that what IIOM is doing, I would love to see done in South Africa. But at the moment, I'm the founder of AAOM, and I'm full of dreams for AAOM in terms of the African context. We are hoping that this collaboration will take us even further than where we are right now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Mema. And for those of you that don't know me or know my face and don't know what I do around here, my name is Seth Allen. I'm Director of Global and Strategic Implementation. It's really working with the school and partners like Dr. Mema to bring original medicine to more people around the world. So I'll start, Dr. Jim. Just looking at the partnership and why IIOM is engaging in this partnership, what were the what was the rationale from your perspective for IIOM to engage in dialogue and etc. with AAOM to really see this partnership to this point now where it's going live to the world?
Yes, thank you very much for asking that question. Well, you know, as I indicated, IIOM is an internationally based school, but you know, we would like to have an emphasis on all of the continents. We're on every continent except Antarctica, and so when this opportunity, we've been looking for opportunities to expand in other places, And we were just so blessed to have somebody as qualified as Dr. Vusi, who is a very capable student. He went through both our doctoral and our PhD program, and he's been a very valued student. And as we were looking, they provided the most credible, the most integrous organization for us to partner with. We had many people who have come to us, and we've been looking at a number of opportunities. But with the organization that Dr. Vusi put together, it meets the very high standards of excellence and integrity that we're looking for not only spreading the original medicine concept and principles, which is the most powerful system known to man for preventing and reversing all chronic degenerative diseases, but we wanted to do it in a very high integrity fashion. And just by his participation as a student and his interest and the way he has proceeded, it's obvious that that is an excellent choice for us to partner with in terms of really spreading this in a very big way on the African continent. So we're very excited about the partnership with AAOM and Dr. Vusi as the heading up that operation.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Jim. And what are the long-term aspirations of IIOM in terms of this partnership and potentially beyond?
Right. We're starting off with the certificate program with our most popular, our largest certificate program. We have 3 certificate programs. The other 2 are 22 credits. This is 30 credits. This is 1/3 of our doctoral program. So it's the richest of the certificate programs. And it is the best subset of our doctoral and PhD program because of the 7 elements that we cover, the 7 topics. This covers all of those topics in the richest way of all of our certificate programs. So we're starting with this, and what we'd like to do is expand that to the degree programs, the bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and PhD, as quickly and as effectively as we can under Dr. Vusi's leadership.
Wonderful. And I think that's kind of very clear in terms of the IUM perspective, but why specifically, and I know you've highlighted integrity and excellence, but why specifically would you, and have you chosen to partner with AAOM in this fashion?
Well, it's very, very simple. Like I said, he meets all of the checkpoints for integrity, for quality, and we want to get the word out. This is one of the best kept secrets. It's the most powerful system known to man. It's God's system, but very few people know about it. And we needed to partner with, and we can't do it ourselves from the United States. We needed somebody who had feet on the ground, who understood and appreciated what this powerful system is, and who shares the same level of passion and enthusiasm we have with making this available to all of God's children. And we have no better candidate than AAOM on the African continent to do that with. So it's very simple. As I said, it's high integrity, it's high standards of excellence, but it's also wanting to be faithful and obedient servants, being faithful witnesses to God's most powerful system. And that's what I see we are, and that's what I see in the organization in Africa, that we are putting ourselves out to be faithful and obedient servants of this most powerful system. You know, God gave us more than just the moral law. He gave us the health laws. And as powerful as it is the best kept secret out there. And we want to get that out there. And it's foolish to think that you can do that from thousands of miles away. And so for all of those really commonsensical reasons, it makes such good sense to engage in this partnership with Dr. Vusi and AAOM.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Dr. Jim. And for those that are listening along, I hope that that kind of gives clarity. I think it's always important when kind of announcing or sharing kind of collaborations like this. It's good to have the background story and the why before we go into looking more at the details of the CMM Certified Medical Missionary Program. So I'll turn to you, Dr. Vusi, broadly speaking, asking you the same question so we can hear your perspective. What what is your motivation, or what is the motivation of yourself and your colleagues to engage in this collaboration from AAOM's perspective?
This is inspired from long time, actually. It's a long inspiration. I remember the first time I got this inspiration, I was watching one of Dr. Jim's YouTube presentations. And a friend of mine happened to say, "Do you know this doctor?" And I said, "No." And he said, "You might find interest in following him and seeing what is happening." And when I listened to the presentation of Dr. Jim, I felt like this is exactly what I've been looking for. This is exactly what I've been looking for. And the approach that is being used by IIOM is exactly what I have been looking for. I could not find any perfect situation than IIOM in terms of what we want to do. So the collaboration that was initiated because of the inspiration that I got through IIOM, and also through the print that I saw from Dr. Jim himself. I was especially excited when I realized that he's actually even running an institution like IIOM. I said, wow, this is my dream in Africa. And I could not find any better partner than this. But for me to achieve what I needed to achieve, I had to go through the modules myself. I needed to go through the training by IIO myself. So basically, my inspiration is the level of integrity that is offered by IIOM in terms of education, is the level of training that is offered, the coverage of the curriculum. And I saw that very comprehensive. And I felt like there's no other way. This is where I should be. And I have been following IIOM, I have been following Dr. Jim, and I'm never disappointed, I must say. So the collaboration is out of love, is out of inspiration, is out of experience with IIOM as well.
Dr. Vusi, thank you. It really does give us a big warm feeling when we hear partners. We work really hard to not just get the word out, as Dr. Jim mentioned, but get it out in a way that is good and is wholesome and is fulfilling. So to hear you say that is really great. So in terms of just turning more specifically to AAOM as an institution, what is your vision for that organization? Where would you like to see it develop as the partnership, and as indeed AAOM as an institution grows in its own right?
You know what? In terms of the African context, I have personally experienced, I have seen how medical missionaries operate. There's a lot of medical missionaries in Africa, but I believe that a more comprehensive training and understanding of the medical field, basically, it's very important, especially the anatomy and physiology, the working of the body and all that. So when I looked at it, I realized that no, there is not much that we actually understood. So I said, you know what, maybe it is important for us to bring an institution that is going to train people. The one thing that I liked about IIOM is that you are not only trained in the alternative way of providing healthcare, but you also are trained in the mainstream kind of way of taking of healthcare. So that balances out now. You are able to understand what is happening in terms of the medicine as the conventional medicine, and you are also able to understand in terms of the alternative healthcare. So for me, to come up with IIOM, I needed something, a vehicle that is going to bring a comprehensive understanding of the anatomy and physiology, a comprehensive understanding of how the human body functions, so that whatever we do, we know exactly what is happening physiologically, what is happening in terms of the anatomy of the body. So the AAOM, the vision of AAOM is to bring that hope, is to bring that inspiration. We want to contribute basically to the health and wellness of individuals and groups that may be interested in Africa in understanding, so that, remember, even when you speak about Ellen White says it is very important to understand anatomy and physiology of the body. It is very important to undergo a training if you want to offer proper services to the community. So AAOM is here in Africa to provide that kind of service, that comprehensive approach in terms of the service, that comprehensive approach in terms of understanding health and wellness of human physiology and anatomy. So AAOM is here to service Africa, is here to say to all medical missionaries, when you provide a service that can stand even in terms of the mainstream medicine, you will be able to stand and understand what you have been doing. And that's exactly what I got from IIOM when I undertook the training at IIOM. All the medical reports that you do, they must be able to stand the test of the mainstream medicine, for example, the conventional medicine. So for me, I'm saying medical missionaries, here is AAOM. Here we are. We want to inspire you. We want to give you something that is going to make you go out there and do the work with full knowledge, do the work with full understanding, understand anatomy, understand physiology. When you provide a service, when you give a remedy to a client, you need to know that every client is unique. Every client has got individual needs. So the approach for you to be able to do that, you need to have that basic understanding of human body, basically. That's why we are here as AIOM. And we want to do it God's way. We want to follow the original medicine. We want to follow God's way like IIOM is doing. That's exactly what we want to follow. So IIOM is our inspiration, if you ask me. It is our inspiration. That's where we take our source of inspiration. That's where we follow, and that's where we say we want to actually master and maybe go beyond IIOM and be better than IIOM for that matter in Africa. Thank you, sir.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Vusi, and for sharing that vision, because I think as we sit here now and we have this conversation that hopefully is valuable to people that are potentially seeing this and wanting to make a decision based in South Africa, whether they should engage in this collaboration. You can see where it's going, not just where it is now. So you mentioned, Dr. Vusi, equipping people, making sure they are adequately prepared. Perhaps, Dr. Jim, if I could ask you a little bit more about the Certified Medical Missionary Program and exactly what it covers in terms of thematic topics.
Okay, thank you so very much for that. And as I indicated earlier, the Certified Medical Missionary Program is the richest of all of our certificate programs. We also had a Certified Nutritional Counselor Program, Certified Herbalist. So it clearly covers the nutritional aspects of what we teach, the botanical medicine or herbal aspects. Obviously, it covers the original medicine piece, which is the foundation, the God-based, the biblically based portion of it. So it has the original medicine, the nutritional courses, the botanical medicine. It has the alternative medicine, which Dr. Vusi noted. So, so you'll have an understanding, a foundational understanding of what some of those other systems are. And you really develop an appreciation for seeing where they are and how much richer original medicine is. And any system, see that what original medicine is, it sets the standard for all the other health systems out there. So in addition to those 4 alternative medicine, as Dr. Vusi noted, it also covers conventional medicine, so that you can understand what the traditional, what the conventional aspects are, so that you are really well-rounded. And it also covers professional development, business development, if you want to go to that aspect, and then it has the finishing courses. So it's the richest of all the programs. And then, and if you could just allow me another 30 seconds, what you asked me earlier, what I like about the association with the African Academy of Original Medicine, it gives us the opportunity of taking this program and this vision that I didn't even know I had. See, I started this 50 years ago. And if you can just allow me just to give you some perspective of why I'm so excited about original medicine, I was blessed with poor health. I had serious health issues. And about 50 years ago, I started looking at all these other systems, the alternative medicine, the original medicine. And this has been a journey for me. The first 20 years, I basically got involved in these alternative and all these other systems. I studied all of the major systems out there, all of the major philosophies. So when I talk about this being the most integrated, most comprehensive, most of you can see I'm not an 18-year-old pimply-faced kid that picked up a 2-page pamphlet and is talking about health. I've been involved in this from a personal standpoint where I had serious health issues, heart murmurs and all those kinds of things in my 20s and 30s. And by my 40s, left my vocation, the job I was in, and embarked on this 30-year adventure with original medicine. So when I left, I got my 3 doctorates, my PhD, and I started out as a practitioner. So I know how I've seen this work. And then the seminars, and this was an evolution. And the exciting thing about this is, see, you young folks out there might not be able to appreciate, but I used to think that I was in charge of all these different things. I'm so excited and I'm filled with anticipation to see what God's plan is in terms of laying this out in Africa. If you'd have told me 50 years ago that I'd be having this opportunity, we'd be fighting on the streets. But now God is evolving and taking this all the way up to this level where now we have the largest continent on this planet, the most important continent, is being involved in with this original medicine. This is where it's perfect to embark on this and see what God's plans are. So I said that I was the president and CEO, but I've learned that he's in charge. And I'm just so excited with anticipation to see what he has in mind for people like myself, Youssef, and Dr. Vusi to play a part in rolling out this program to all of his children around the world. So getting back to your original question, after studying all these major philosophies, all the major religions, this is when I say this is the most powerful system known to man, you can see this isn't something that I just picked up a pamphlet on. I've spent a lot of my own personal health equity and a lot of sweat equity in terms of not only the health aspects, but the development of this program as Dr. Vusi so eloquently noted, to equip and qualify all of God's children with this most powerful system known to man. And if I can just add one other thing, one of the things that I'm excited about, which again, this wasn't anticipated 50 years ago, but 6-7 years ago, I discovered this most powerful analytical tool, the mathematical formula for perfect health, which Dr. Vusi has also participated in that. And I'm so excited about adding that piece to it, something called Ream's biological theory of ionization, or this mathematical formula for perfect health, where people can start analyzing, have a home-based, biological, scientifically based system that they can have in their own home for evaluating their health, and understanding what their requirements and capacities are in a very affordable way. So you can see why I'm so excited about this opportunity, because it basically is giving me an opportunity is to watch God unfold the kimono and open up the vast riches he has for us if we're ready to submit to him our plans and our energies to roll out. And the CMM does in the best way roll out not only his spiritual, but his physical plan for us. So it unites it all in a very powerful and foundational way, our health, our happiness, our physical, mental, and spiritual health and development. And that's what CMM represents in a very foundational way.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Dr. Jim. And just to kind of provide some context about the program, the CMM is delivered 100% online, traditionally. What is unique about this collaboration with AAOM is we've made some adjustments to the delivery mechanism of the CMM program. So the duration will be in a supported 12-month duration, and that 12 months will be split into 4 steady blocks, where the different modules you heard Dr. Jim mention earlier around the credits. Those credits in terms of classes are split up into 4 separate blocks that are then supported with the AAOM team. So if you're enrolled, you'll be supported through those steady blocks by the AAOM team, so that your learning is more supported. And that's a difference from the more traditional IIOM delivery model, which is 100% online and independent through the eCampus. So it's a 12-month program split into 4 steady blocks with in-person support from AAOM. And that's why we're so excited about this collaboration, because we're merging the online and the in-person and contextualizing it for the audience, initially in South Africa and later on further afield. So Dr. Jim, if I could just ask you one final question on the CMM program itself. Upon completion of the 12-month program, what can students and graduates, might I say, expect? What will they be equipped with knowledge-wise? And most importantly, how will they be able to apply that once they've graduated?
Yes, and essentially, they will wind up with a certificate. It's an accredited certificate, and they'll be certified medical missionaries. And what that means is they'll be equipped and qualified for working with people with their general health issues. So they won't be in any position to diagnose and treat, but they will clearly be equipped and qualified to know what the cause and the contributing factors are to a whole host of named issues. So we're not planning to make them doctors, and they'll be familiar with a lot of the language, but it's not about diagnosis, it's about understanding the laws of health. It's a totally different paradigm, what most people are familiar with. But that's what they'll be equipped and qualified to understand the cause and effect of disease, and helping people, designing programs to help people to make the appropriate adjustments to meet their requirements and capacities for what I like to explain, achieving outrageous health and vitality. And so that's essentially where they will be. They won't be, of course, as high a level as the doctoral or the PhD level, but they will be able to run or work with wellness centers. They'll understand what is involved in wellness centers, and they will be very, very, very capable participants in working with those people that are part of the wellness centers.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Jim, Dr. Vusi. This is a really exciting collaboration, and I hope that excitement has reached you as you're watching this video. If you're watching this as a prospective student in South Africa and you are interested in registering, applying and enrolling on the CMM program, we will include the links in the video below. So in the video description, you'll have all the links that you need to go to continue with that process and enroll. We're really excited. I hope that's come across. Excitement, excitement, excitement is the name of the video today. And I hope that you...
Can I add one thing, please, Seth? What I wanted to add, one of the things that we have, you heard us talk about integrity. You heard us talk about high standards of excellence. One of the ways that we have for achieving that is something that we have called CQI, continuous quality improvement. And one of the things that's exciting about this is, people learn different ways, different cultures, et cetera. This gives us a really good opportunity to get feedback on the program so that we can make sure that it's meeting the requirements, the special requirements that Dr. Vusi knows better than we do over here in the United States. See, and so after every single course, and at the end of the program, we ask for feedback from all of our value students. And I think that's one of the reasons why we have such a great school, because we listen to them, we value their input, and we make the appropriate changes so that we can offer the highest standards. And I just wanted to note that this gives us an opportunity to take that CQI initiative that we have to a whole new level with our very valuable brothers and sisters on the African continent. So I hope you don't mind me just interjecting that important piece, because I think that's another important thing that we like to highlight, that we have over maybe some of the other institutes, where we take this very seriously. This is God's work, and we don't profess to know all the answers. What we do profess is that we are committed to doing it His way and under His guidance. And this CQI is the vehicle, one of the vehicles that we use to improve the program and make it applicable, more applicable to all of our value students. Does that make sense at all to you, Dr. Vusi and Seth?
Very much so, Dr. Jim. You know, Seth, maybe let me also grab this opportunity as well as we are coming to a close. You know, let me tell you, one of our biggest challenges, as someone who's also running a lifestyle center in South Africa, one of our biggest challenges is to find qualified, well-trained medical missionaries to come and assist us at the center. In most cases, I find that I'm overwhelmed because I can't find well-trained and well-qualified with clear understanding of health conditions and all that from medical missionaries. So this platform basically of AAOM is to train, is to make sure that medical missionaries are well vested with what is required of them. And we are here as AAOM to say, guys, if you're in South Africa, here's an opportunity for you. Come and experience a proper training, come and experience a proper knowledge in the healthcare. And the beauty about it is that you experience it and you see it, that God's way is the only way. God's way is the only way that I have learned from IIOM. Thank you, Seth.
Dr. Jim, Dr. Vusi, thank you so much. You can just hear the excitement. When we thought the video was ending, it wasn't. There was more excitement to ring out from it. And I hope that no, there's nothing to apologize for. And we really hope that energy, that passion, that commitment to reaching people with and equipping and qualifying individuals with original medicine comes across from this video, and that in engaging with us, in engaging with AAOM, engaging with IIOM, that passion might just be a little infectious, and you too can be equipped and qualified to take original medicine in your own life and to bring it to others. So thank you so much for watching. Dr. Jim Sharps, Dr. Vusi Maimah, thank you for sharing, and we'll see you again on another video. And as I said before, if you're interested as a student in enrolling on the specific CMM program delivered in partnership with AAOM, please do look at the links in the video description. We'll make sure that the next steps are clear there, so you can lodge your application and then apply and be enrolled on the program. So thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.